Jojen Park, you first sat him in a barrier trial at Schofield back in September. Are you happy with the way that he's progressing?
No doubts. He's been running some good races and I would say being a bit unlucky on gates, on draws. This time seems like the gate is helping us a little bit. So if he brings his A game, I've got so much confidence that he's going to be right there.
So steps up recently to 1400 metres. What's his sort of distance range?
1400 is, in my opinion, is for where he's at the moment, his right distance. But I can feel like it might be in the near future he'll be running a mile or even longer. It's obviously it's the trainer call. I'm happy to just stick with the 1400 for the time being, but I can see him running longer distance in the future.
He's a young horse, physically, mentally. Where's he at the moment?
I think he's still a little bit behind of everything, which is a good point because if he's running good races as he's been and indicating to us that he's still not even close to his very best, is a good thing. I'm quite confident in regards to the connections, being quite happy to have him.
Bear Slam, Joe, what happened at the trials the other morning with him?
Unfortunately, when we were putting him into the gate, he didn't fully put himself in there, and some boys from behind had to push him to make sure we close the back doors. But for pushing him, we upset him a little bit, and then just a fraction of a second before the gates open, he decides to do something else, put his body up, and then he jumped up on the air and hit his head on top. I had to pull him up because I wasn't sure if he was fine, but after a couple of strides, I could feel like he was okay, and we just had to postpone his trial for probably 3 or 4 days later. And then he did trial well. I was quite happy with the way how he's done it, and I could not see why the trainer should not run him.
Can he win again? He's won his last two, but he's had a couple of months off from the races.
Of course, I do think his last two starts, he's been proving that he's picking up better form. He just needs to repeat what he's done, and I know it's now he's going to have to carry a little bit of more weight on his back, but he's carried top weight on his back before, and he's in great shape. So I'm quite confident he's a winning chance once again.
Vincent, PRECIOUSSHIP, steps up to Class 1. He's won 4 of his last 6. Can he keep that form going on the weekend?
Yeah, I watched his trial the other day and he trialed well, and I think he still kept his form.
Looking at his last start win, the tempo looked to be good and settled midfield. Coming around the turn, was there a bit of bumping, and did that affect his performance?
Yeah, it's a small horse, you know. A horse outside me was a lot bigger and probably should have waited a little bit more and try to, you know, not making any contact.
So drawn well, lightweight. Are you fairly confident heading into the weekend?
Yeah, pretty confident. The handicaps help for sure. You know, he'll be much better carrying lightweight.
Heading forward after the weekend, is he a horse that you think can go to group level and be competitive in some of our bigger mile races?
I think so. We'll see how he improves afterwards. But yeah, handicap group for sure. He can handle here.
Chad Ballistic King, he's been really consistent. He deserves a win, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's such an honest horse. He tries his absolute best every time, and he's always sort of thereabouts. The last time he all but won, he just, I think, ran into a super smart one in Wellington. But again, he feels good in his work. He's fitting well, and hopefully he can get a well-deserved win.
So it's not like there's a lack of genuineness or anything. Is it just he's been beaten by some better horses recently?
Yeah, he tries really hard, tries his best. So that's definitely not the case. And yeah, tomorrow it doesn't look like probably there's no Wellingtons in the race tomorrow. Hopefully, so I hope he can get the job done.
Zach Marty Jojen, you jumped on board him last time out. Were you impressed with the manner that he won in?
I was, yeah. He did it the hard way. He drew a wide gate. He did plenty of work to get there, and also through the mid stages, and he was strong the last 200, so it was a good effort.
So you drew wide last time out, which would have forced your hand a little bit tactically. From a better gate this time out, where would you like to have him?
I'll just get him out of the gates as well as I can, and obviously be positive early, and if he's in front, he's in front. If something else goes too hard, he's shown before he can take a sit, so there's not any great need to have a fixed position in mind.
How was his trial at Happy Valley?
was good. It's only 1,000 metres and he's a big horse. I thought he got around there quite well. He could definitely race there in the future, handle the track good. And, you know, I thought he was nice in the straight.
Up to Class 3, is he a horse with a bit of scope?
I think he showed last time that he's an improving horse. He's lightly raced. There's a lot to like about him physically, and there's no reason why he can't handle the class.